Money is not your problem. It's discipline. The Balanced Hustler. What's up, Balanced Hustlers? Back at you with a new one. Today, we're going to talk about money is not your problem. It's discipline. Most people think that they need more connections, better luck, more opportunities. In all actuality, they need the ability to stick with something long enough for it to work out. And today, we're going to roll into it some more. So before I go into the gold of knowledge here, please like and subscribe and tap down below. Also, throw some feedback. Throw out what you would like to hear the Balanced Hustlers talk about, and pretty much freelance whatever you guys have in mind. But like and subscribe. Thank you and much love for that. Most people quit and before they allow the opportunity to fully evolve. And I've seen this in some of the younger generation and a lot of, take the digital marketing business. Essentially, you start a campaign or an offer, whatever you're marketing online, and the minute you don't, or not necessarily even a minute, let's be real, when you don't see the results, you get adequate, or you throw in the towel and you try to move on to something else. I had, when I first got into text message marketing, I got discouraged right away because it was expensive to send every single day. You know, you paid per message you send, and the campaigns were not netting any ROI, so they were losing money. So essentially, I was like, something's wrong. To make a really long story short, we evolved in better campaigns to make it more profitable. One of the biggest niches I focus on is auto insurance. The cool thing about auto insurance, a lot of consumers price that every 3 to 6 months. They're looking for better deals and such. So your consumer base is constantly revolving. So customers come back into your sites, 3 to 6 months instead of like some things, a year, or one time, like a lifetime thing. But essentially, back to text message marketing, I had to just figure out that the offer was the problem. And once we had basically changed that, we took off, and it was awesome. And it's still one of my best verticals to date, which we love auto insurance. So stick with it. Discipline in business is the same as the gym. You have to eat right. You have to make sure you get your rest, fill your body with the right supplements and stuff to perform at the highest level. Same discipline in business. Clocking in your profit and loss. The one thing I really do now is focus on my P&Ls each month. At the end of each month, I evaluate what I did that whole month, and I take the time to study that. Before, I just let my bookkeeper pass that to my accountant, and now I really focus on the metrics and see what could be done better and how it could be done better. And with that discipline of doing that each and every month, I don't have a project continuously lose or a project that could be scaled more just getting like not enough attention. You have to keep your eye on the ball. With that discipline, I wake up at the same time each day. I train almost all the time at the same time unless I'm traveling. I eat around the same time each day, and it's all discipline. That's how you don't miss a meal. You make sure you're accomplishing everything you have in your window. So if you're 8 to 5 p.m., you're knocking everything out by being disciplined. Huge thing in business, making sure you don't get out of your realm. If you're consistent, you're going to have good results. Everyone wants fast money. The real people that take action get the results. And with that, if you are passionate about something, like say this, like you want to do this, you want to be a vlogger or some kind of social media presence, you have got to consistently make good content consistently. You have to be dedicated to your craft, right? It's constantly evolving. Even with this, I want to make sure that I gave you enough powerful message in, that 6 to 10 minute window where you could watch this on your way to work or whatever and get enough out of it. But basically, if I just thought this was going to be this quick business, this is not something I do for any bit of money. This is something I do for my people. A lot of people, my young people that are in my companies, ask me, and they see the actions, and I come and speak about that to try to help somebody. If just one person says, hey man, I'm better today than I was yesterday because of what you brought, that's a win for me, because I feel like I wanted better mentors in my life at a younger age, and I didn't get it till I was like in my late 20s, almost early 30s. But then when I got a hold of that knowledge, I just skyrocketed from there. So quick money is usually not long-term money. So focus on the long game, get you something that you're passionate about, and stick with it. Be disciplined. Chasing a shiny object and you lose momentum. A lot of people have a thing, you know, they see these things, join this, do that, sign up for this, do this, and you'll be a millionaire in a year and or in a month, whatever. Unless you are a professional lottery player, that's not going to happen, right? Let's be honest. Like, that's a far and few between opportunity. But what the reality is if you're passionate about something and you put in the effort and work and you will not stop until it's successful, that's the truth. That's the path to success. Not this other stuff where it's just this, I'm just going to focus really hard for 10 days and that's it. You're not going to see what you want, right? Let's be honest. You work out for 10 straight days. That's great. You're working out, but usually you don't see that. A lot of people quit with the gym because they don't go into the mirror and instantly look where they want. But it takes time to sculpt that, and not everybody's body type's the same. Not everybody's eating is the same. There's a lot of differences in what they do in fitness, and it's the same with business, you know? There's some people that are just instantly smart. Like, let's be honest, AI is changing the game. They're implementing that into our businesses right now, and that's not I'm not this like computer brained person. I get shown and I'm able to implement it, but my partners get to that so fast. But that's what I love about being a good student. I'm willing to learn, and they're able to perfect that and bring it to me. And that's the big opportunities you have in life will not come right away. That's why a lot of times you go to school for X amount of years, or you study a craft for X amount of years. You know, they're not like, hey, learn to be a plumber or learn to be a dentist in 30 days, right? You can't learn that in that short time. It takes time to get to your things. Not that you can't do it at a more efficient pace, absolutely, but don't throw in the towel when you hit some bumps in the road. Make sure you stick with something long enough to let it evolve, especially if it's a passion project. Looking forward to all y'all next week. Thank you, man, and appreciate y'all. Until next time, peace.